In today's video, we are going to take a look at this vintage radio. This is a National Ekco radio consisting of 3 bands: medium wave, shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. Then we have 2 knobs on the front. One is for volume and another is for tuning. Yeah, and the band selector switch is on the side. This is the band selector switch, and this is a view from the back of the radio. This is a National Ekco U764, model number U764 for AC/DC mains, and it was made in India under license from Ekco Limited, England. Now I'm removing the back cover. So here is a view of the inside of this radio. So we have got an oval speaker. So in the next step, we are going to disconnect the speaker leads, and then we are going to take the chassis out from the cabinet. The chassis is held onto the cabinet with the help of this screw, one on the left side and one on the right side. So we are going to unscrew these, and then we are going to take the chassis out. So the chassis is out from the cabinet, and you can see that the cabinet is very dirty with lot of dirt and grime inside. We have to clean these. Similarly for the chassis, it is also covered in dirt and cockroach eggs, so these will be removed and cleaned. So friends, the chassis is out. Here is the speaker, and this is the front grille, and you can see that the plywood, it is made of plywood. The plywood is not in a good shape, and it is all the laminates are coming out, so we have to stick all those. Also we have to recone the speakers, and then we have to clean the chassis and check if the circuit is all okay or not, because the output transformer, the intermediate frequency transformer, all these need to be checked. If it is working or not, only then we will be able to restore it, otherwise not. So friends, continuing with the restoration process, to make further progress, we had to get the schematic of this circuit, and it was not available online. So I have drawn the circuit, and here it is. I have reverse engineered it, and we got this circuit. So what happens is that the power cord, it goes into the on-off switch, and from the on-off switch it goes into a dropping resistor. One half of the dropping resistor has a 220 ohms, another half is 1K. Also there is a across the line capacitor here. So this capacitor is the across the line capacitor connected to the on-off switch on this volume control. Okay, so this 1K is in series with the filament chain. Also the filament chain has a pilot lamp, and the pilot lamp is bypassed with a 150 ohm resistor. So here is that 150 ohm resistor which is bypassing the pilot lamp. So the rest of the circuit is pretty straightforward. The output of the UY85 is filtered with this capacitor, and another capacitor here.
Both of these are 50 microfarad capacitors are on the CAN capacitor.
It's not quite visible, but this is a 0.05 microfarad capacitor. And the across the line capacitor is not required, so we are going to disconnect that. And here is a closer look at this capacitor. This is a Hunt's capacitor made in England. 0.05, 300 AC, 500 volt DC. Yeah, so we are going to change this capacitor, and this capacitor. This is a coupling capacitor, and this another one is this another capacitor is also a coupling capacitor, and this capacitor. So these are all 0.01 microfarad capacitor. This one is a odd value 0.04 microfarad, and I don't have this one, so we will replace it with maybe 0.038 microfarad, something like that. And this is a 4 microfarad capacitor, and I'm going to replace it with a 4.7 microfarad capacitor. Other than that, this electrolytic CAN capacitor is a 50 by 50 microfarad capacitor, and we are going to use 47 microfarad in place of this capacitor. So I'm going to change all these capacitors, and then I'm going to come back and show you the progress. Thank you. We have taken the large electrolytic CAN capacitor out, and it is a 50 by 50 microfarad, and you can see it is made by Plessy, made in England, and the date code is December 1960. So most of the components have been changed here. As you can see that the resistances, some of the resistances have been changed. All the capacitors have been changed. For example, this is a 4 microfarad capacitor, and it was here, and we have connected a new 4.7 microfarad capacitor. This is a 4.7 microfarad capacitor because the 4 microfarad capacitor was not available. It's not available, and so we have changed it with a 4.7 microfarad capacitor. This is a 4 microfarad capacitor, 0.4 microfarad capacitor. Yeah, 0.04 microfarad capacitor, and we have replaced it with a 0.039 microfarad capacitor. Here is the capacitor, and the coupling capacitor. This is a coupling capacitor for the EL84. It is a 0.01 microfarad capacitor, and we have replaced it with a new one. And so on and so forth. Similarly, we have replaced the 50 microfarad capacitor. Here is the CAN capacitor, 50 by 50 microfarad, and we have replaced it with two individual 47 microfarad capacitors. Some of the resistances were out of spec, so we have changed them. For example, this one 220 kilo ohms, and this one 220 kilo ohms. We have changed them, and other than that, all the resistance are within spec, so we have not changed them. And with this, now we will be able to power the set on. Also, the 19-volt bulb was missing. Here it is, and so we have changed the 19-volt bulb. Also, the original speaker is faulty, so this is our test speaker. So we will be temporarily connecting this for testing. and we will be connecting it to the bulb current limiter.
প্রসঙ্গত উল্লেখ্য সমাজ সংসারে কোনো কাজে
So as you can see that the radio is working, and it is still connected on the bulb limiter. So after running for about an hour or so, we can switch it on the direct on the mains. But as of now, the electrical restoration is complete, and we can now focus on the front grille and the cabinet. So this is all the components which came out from this radio. We have changed all these components. This is the original voice coil of the speaker. So one of the most important and the most difficult task of this radio restoration was repairing the speaker. The speaker was in a very bad condition. We have to change the diaphragm. Here it is. And the voice coil, the original voice coil is this one. So the proper size diaphragm was not available, so we have to make adjustment with the diaphragm which is available in the market. And the cabinet is cleaned and the chassis restored. Now everything is ready to be set inside this cabinet. The chassis has been put inside the cabinet, so is the speaker. Now we are going to solder the speaker leads, and then we will put the back cover.
দেখে প্রথমে তারপর আপনার নাম নিতে গেলে 800 টাকা। তারপর ধরুন ফার্স্ট টাইম বেশি টাইমের জন্য দামটা